In this lecture, we're going to enable margin and padding options for our theme. By default, these options are disabled. We can enable these settings on a global level and block level. To begin, let's update our theme.json file. Inside the settings object, add a new property called spacing. The spacing property is where we can configure the margin and padding settings for our theme. There are two properties that we can add. They're called margin and padding. Let's add both with a value of true. It's that simple. Users will be able to configure the margin and padding for all blocks that support spacing. While we're here, let's try adding some default styles to our theme. Specifically, we're going to reset the margin and padding. Let's switch over to the styles object. Inside this object, add a new property called spacing. Next, add two properties called margin and padding. We're going to reset the margin and padding for the entire document. Not necessary, but never a bad idea to reset your CSS. WordPress allows us to apply margin and padding to all sides. All units of measurement are supported. Inside both objects, we're going to set the top, right, bottom, and left properties to 0px. It's optional to add values every property. For example, you may want to apply padding on the y-axis of an element. Therefore, you can omit the right and left properties. It's completely up to you. Let's try testing our site on the front end. Not much will change. However, let's check out the body tag with the developer tools. As you can see, WordPress has applied margin and padding to the body tag. This is precisely what we wanted. Applying spacing to blocks is also possible. Let's try editing the template in the editor. If we were to select the site title block, there should be a panel on the sidebar called Dimensions. It may be empty. You can toggle the appearance of the padding and margin settings through the panel drop-down. By selecting either option, we can modify the spacing with a single value. Alternatively, we can change the spacing on an individual basis. Either way, we've given the user the option of changing the padding and margins of our theme. Let's continue exploring these options in the next lecture.